Hey there, beautiful people. It's Davina, the relationship guru. Do you have a burning question that you would like advice on? If so, email me. Would you like to get an open-minded perspective on a situation you are facing? If so, feel free to email me. You may email me or connect at my website. To email me, it's connect@therelationshipguru.org or my website at therelationshipguru.org. So this week's question really wanted me to make this disclaimer here. The advice that I give here is only advice. I am not a licensed therapist. I am not a licensed psychologist. It is just my perspective and just my advice. So this week's question is pretty heavy, guys. So listen carefully. This week's question is from Marcus in Tennessee. Marcus writes, I travel during the week for my job. I am home every weekend. On weekends, I am a minister at my local church. My wife has been unemployed for a while. I got her connected with one of my previous employers, and she got hired. After working there for a few weeks, I later found out that she also got her side piece lover working at the same place where I got her a job. One weekend while I was home, my wife told me that she was going to spend the weekend with the girls. I said okay. However, I was a little bit suspicious since I travel during the week and the weekends is generally the only time that we get to spend together. However, I said okay. She left on a Friday afternoon. Early Saturday morning, I get a call from her. She is hysterical. She is crying and said her SUV slid off the road and is stuck in a ditch. She said it was raining and she was trying to keep from hitting a deer. She told me that she was not able to make it to the Airbnb where she was supposed to be meeting the girls and that this accident happened before she got there. I told her to call a tow truck and that I'm on my way. Um, I also asked her or advised her to get a room in a nearby hotel until I could get there. So I drove 3 hours to get her. When I got there, she was very quiet. However, I could tell that she had been crying a lot. Her SUV was not drivable as some of the steering had been damaged during her sliding off the road. We had to have her vehicle towed back. All the way back home as we drove, she was very quiet and did not say anything. She went to bed very sad. The next day, she gets a call from the police. When she started talking to the police, she started crying again hysterically. When she gets off the phone, I asked her what the call was all about. She starts to get very hysterical and crying again. She told me that the police is calling to get more info on the guy that was killed. They are wanting her to make a statement. From there, she had to tell me the truth. She was not going to meet the girls, and the guy that got killed was her friend and lover, the guy she actually got hired at her new job. They were going away for the weekend. It was raining when she was driving, and she swerved off the road to keep from hitting a deer and got stuck in a ditch. He was trying to help push her SUV back onto the road. It was a 2-lane highway, and she's thinking that either he misjudged or the oncoming truck did not see him, hit him, and killed him instantly. She sat there and watched him get killed right in front of her eyes. I was so stunned. I didn't know what to do, or I didn't know what to say. For a long time, I was very angry. I was hurt. But at the same time, I also was considering her feelings too. It is now 3 months later, and I am still just completely shut down. I don't sleep well. I am not eating well. I have not left her yet. I still love my wife, and I know she is grieving too. I also understand that she saw him get killed, and I'm sure that is devastating in itself. I don't even honestly want to look at my wife. I am just going through the motions in this marriage right now. She has tried to be intimate with me. She's tried sexual advances several times. I am not interested. She has apologized and asked for forgiveness. Honestly, I don't even know what I want to do yet. I don't know if I want to forgive her and leave. I don't know if I want to forgive her and stay. I am not sure our marriage can survive this. All I know is I don't want to feel this way anymore. Hey, Guru, how long does it take to forgive a cheating spouse? And how will I know if my marriage is repairable? Wow, man. Excuse me, Marcus. My heart goes out to you. It is so sad that someone lost their life due to this situation. This sounds like a very frightening experience. I can imagine why you feel shut down. There's a lot to unpack here, and I do mean a lot. A lot has happened. The one thing for sure, you and your wife both need counseling. You need individual counseling as well as couples counseling. I suggest both. If not at the same time, definitely separately. There is a lot of grief going on in this situation. Your wife is grieving a lot from her challenges and her mistakes. Betrayal is never easy, and you are grieving from that, Marcus. But thank you for your question here, and I am honored that you are asking my advice and my opinion. How long does it take to get over a cheating spouse, was your question. We are all different, and we all process things differently, especially emotional pain or when trust has been broken. The pain is especially deep and scarring when trust has been broken and betrayal has taken place. For some people, they might need a few weeks to forgive a cheating spouse and return to normal. On the other hand, the issue of taking back a cheating spouse could be up to several months, even running into years. That is why I said there's a lot to unpack here and to really understand. You need to go back to the beginning, or when your wife felt disconnected from your marriage, or when did you notice that as well? No one just wakes up and decides to cheat. There is some forethought into it. There is some planning that comes about. People build intimate connections over time. So just as people build intimate connections over time, it's going to take time to unpack this and to heal. So therefore, there is no timeline when it comes to matters of the heart. What is important is that you take the time that you need to make the decision best for you based on your physical health as well as your mental and emotional health. It is completely fine to prioritize your feelings here and to prioritize yourself. And it is not selfish in doing so. Take all the time you need. The first few months are going to be brutal. It's important to invest into self-care. This is the time also to be transparently honest with yourself. This is the time to be transparent and transparently honest with your wife. It is so important that you guys do that with each other. It is really important also to keep your friends and family's involvement at a minimum. Keep people out of your business. You really want to limit others' opinions and be able to decide for yourself. It is possible that things could get better or maybe even back to the way things were. However, it is also possible that your feelings worsen and eventually lead to separation and divorce. Make a conscious effort to forgive, however. It does not matter if you stay or if you go. Make a conscious effort to forgive. Forgiveness is never based on a feeling. However, it is based on the truth. Forgiveness takes away the power of the betrayal and the power of the lies. Just because you forgive does not mean that someone gets to do that again, or that you are a pushover. So that is not what I'm saying here. But deciding to forgive betrayal is actually a healthy decision. And the good news is you can get beyond this if you choose to and in your own time. If you decide to stay or if you decide to go and your marriage is over, that is up to you. What works for you is what works for you, and just know that either way is okay. I hope these suggestions help you to find the answers that you are looking for. And Marcus, my heart goes out to you, and those are my thoughts for now, Marcus. I really hope this helps. And until next time, this is the Relationship Guru, and ciao for now.